Hi, everybody. It's Tanya coming at you from Tango Business Coaching. This is day 4 of our 30-day leadership challenge. And today we are talking about confidence. So if you've been following the 30-day challenge, we talked about imposter syndrome, and then we talked about compare and despair trap, which both sort of eat away at confidence. So I thought today would be a really good day to just talk about confidence generally. When I think about confidence, I wondered exactly like how do you define it? It's such a ubiquitous term. People are using it. They talk about confidence all the time. So when it comes right down to the nuts and bolts, what is confidence really? So I'm just reading over here so that I quote it directly. So this is the best definition that I've heard about confidence. It is the purity of action produced by a mind free of doubt. I really like that. Purity of action produced by a mind free of doubt. When was the last time you were able to take action on something and your mind was free of doubt? And when I reflect on that question, I think it's when I'm most confident at something, right? When I have the most competence, when I feel very skilled, when I'm very masterful at something that I am about to embark on. So it's just really interesting to sort of think about that. And I've actually done a fair amount of research on this topic because almost every single one of my clients has dealt with this as some type of issue at some point along the way. So whether it comes from imposter syndrome, where it comes from compare and despair, confidence takes a beating, and it's usually something that shows up somewhere along the way when we're in a coaching relationship. So a couple of interesting facts that I wanted to reflect on here in the video. So number one, and this is really interesting, research has shown that success, however it is you define success, correlates more closely with confidence and competence. So basically that means confidence is more important than ability when it comes to achieving the things you want to achieve or getting to the next step, whatever success looks like to you. And I think about that, and I certainly know, and I am sure you all know somebody who has been promoted, for example, and they maybe weren't quite as skilled or competent at the job that they were getting promoted into, but man, they were confident, right? So that's the number one thing. Confidence is more important than competence, is the correlation. Second thing that I think is really interesting is it turns out that confidence is actually partly genetic. Some people are just simply born with more confidence. So interesting. The good news, though, the third thing I wanted to point out is the good news is that research has shown us, especially more recently, that you can actually change your brain. You can actually build new pathways that impact your thoughts and behaviors. You might have heard terminology around plasticity or neuroplasticity. And that's what this all means, is that you actually have a choice to shift how you think and how you behave. And you can actually expand your confidence if you want to do that. So that's the good news of all of this, right? So at the end of the day, when you think about how do I start building those different pathways, and how do I start shifting my brain so that I can actually be more confident, all research points to practice, practice, practice. So, that old phrase that our parents and teachers have always said to us is actually the truth. So, and if you think about this in your own life, the more that you practice something, at the beginning, it feels really, really uncomfortable and awkward and clunky, and you don't know what you're doing. And then as time goes on and you keep doing and you keep learning, eventually you become competent. And in some cases, you even become an expert or a master at something, right? So that's the answer to all of this. And again, I think back about my own experiences about this, and doing these videos for me has been it's been a bit of a confidence killer. So my very, very first video that I did like 6 or 8 months ago, I did a live. I didn't even turn the screen on. It popped up on the feed and it was black. It was a black screen. So, I had to get up, I had to do it again, and I had to practice, and I had to do it again, and I'm getting better and better and better. And I am sure when I look back at these videos 5 years from now, I'm going to say, wow, there's a lot that I needed to learn to do those videos. So the thing about it though is that I'm not going to get to the 5-year expert point in time if I don't go through this phase now. You need to stumble, you need to fall down, you need to fail in order to become competent, which then grows your confidence, right? So that is today's challenge, my friends. Try something new. Try something that you've been afraid of trying because you're afraid of failure. You don't think you're competent at it. You don't have confidence around it. Whatever the thing is that you've been stopping yourself from doing, have a plan, take a step forward, fall down, pick yourself up, do it again, fall down again. It's the way that you need to learn in order to become competent, in order to increase your confidence on it. So ask yourself, if you were to do this thing that you've been neglecting doing for however long you've been neglecting doing it, if you were to do it and you become competent at it, what would that bring to you? What gifts would that bring to your life if you were to have the confidence you needed in this thing? So I want you to think about that. I want you to write down the thing, and then put a plan together and take the step. Today, I want you to take the step, whatever the step is that is going to build your confidence on the thing that you have been stopping yourself from doing. So that's your challenge for today. As always, if you need the 30-day challenge tracker, reach out to me. Hit me up in the comments below. If you want to share your story, I'd love to hear it. And let's keep the conversation going. Good luck with your challenge today. And I will see you here tomorrow. Bye, everybody.